How's it going? Welcome back to another show. This is You Made Roscoe, and I am Roscoe. And today's show, we're going to be doing a reaction to a video. This is a video of a stand-up comedy bit by George Carlin. This one is from his stand-up Life is Worth Losing. This particular bit is called Dumb Americans. We'll be checking this out. Before we do that, I do want to ask for anybody who hasn't that they please subscribe to the channel and also make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be reminded of any time any future shows are being published. I do want to give a shout out as well to Taylor Tattoo. So Taylor, I hope I'm saying your last name correctly. But thank you for rocking out with me on this page. Thank you for suggesting this particular comedy bit from George Carlin. So I'm going to turn around in this chair properly. There we go. I hate being sideways like that, but let's go ahead and jump into this.
Say what you want about America, land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers, you know? Yeah. Now, obviously, that doesn't include this audience. I understand that. You seem intelligent and perceptive, but the rest of them, holy jumping fucking shitballs. Dumber than a second coat of paint. And this ain't just ranting and raving. This ain't just blowing off steam. I got a little evidence to support my claim. It just seems to me that only a really low IQ population could have taken this beautiful continent, this magnificent American landscape that we inherited. Well, actually, we stole it from the Mexicans and the Indians, but hey, it was nice when we stole it. It looked pretty good. It was pristine. Paradise. Have you seen it lately? Have you taken a good look at it lately? It's fucking embarrassing. Only a nation of unenlightened half-wits could have taken this beautiful place and turned it into what it is today, a shopping mall. A big fucking shopping mall.
Amen. I mean, some of that, I suppose, had to happen, like businesses had to be made, so people can make money and stuff like that. But of course, we take things way too far in this country, way too far. But, let's keep this going.
You know that's all you got. That's all you've got here, folks. Mile after mile of mall after mall. Many, many malls, major malls and mini malls. They put the mini malls in between the major malls. And in between the mini malls, they put the mini marts. And in between the mini marts, you got the car lots, gas stations, muffler shops, laundromats, cheap hotels, fast food joints, strip clubs, and dirty bookstores. America the Beautiful, one big transcontinental commercial cesspool. And how do the people feel about all this? How do the people feel about living in a coast-to-coast shopping mall? Well, they think it's just fucking dandy. They think it is cool as can be because Americans love the mall. They love the mall. That's where they get to satisfy their two most prominent addictions at the same time: shopping and eating. Millions of semi-conscious Americans day after day shuffling through the malls, shopping and eating, especially eating. Americans love to eat. They are fatally attracted to the slow death of fast food. Hot dogs, corn dogs, triple bacon cheeseburgers, deep fried butter dipped in pork fat and cheese whiz, mayonnaise soaked barbecued mozzarella patty melts. Americans will eat anything. If you were selling sauteed raccoons' assholes on a stick, Americans would buy them and eat them.
I could swear that they sold that at the Taste of Chicago or something like that. I know that there at one point, I don't even know if the Taste is still happening. I haven't been in like a few years, but I know that they had everything on a stick, like everything, like ice cream on a stick, fried ice cream, but yeah, no, everything was on the stick, so he's not lying. But let me push that back and then let's do it.
Anything. If you were selling sauteed raccoons' assholes on a stick, Americans would buy them and eat them, especially if you dipped them in butter and put a little salsa on them. This country is big time, pig time. Forget the bald eagle. You know what the national emblem of this country ought to be? A big bowl of macaroni and cheese. A big bowl, because everything in this country is king size. King size, extra large, and super jumbo. Especially the fucking people. Have you seen some of the people in this country? Have you taken a good look at some of these big fat motherfuckers walking around? Big fat motherfuckers. Oh my God. Huge piles of redundant protoplasm lumbering through the malls like a fleet of interstate buses. The people in this country are immense, massive bellies, monstrous thighs, and big fat fucking asses. And if you stand there for a minute and you look at one of them, you begin to wonder, how does this woman take a shit? How does she shit? And even more frightening, how does she wipe her ass? Can she even locate her asshole? She must require assistance. Are paramedics trained in this field? And standing right next to her, of course, with a plate full of nachos and a mouthful of pie, is her clueless fucking husband, Joe Sixpack. With his monstrous swollen beer belly hanging dangerously out over his belt buckle, this guy ain't seen his dick since the Nixon administration. And if you stand there and you look at the two of them, you begin to wonder to yourself, do these people fuck? Is this man actually capable of fucking this woman? It doesn't seem structurally possible that these two people could achieve penetration. Maybe they're in that Cirque du Soleil or something. Telling you, the people in this country are every one of them is 50 pounds overweight. They are gargantuan. And in the summertime, God help us, in the summertime, they all want to wear short pants. Jesus.
Why? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna push that back a little bit, but yeah. They want to bless everybody with all those curves and lumps and bumps and all that, you know. I mean, but to each his own. I guess that's the great thing about being in America is the freedoms, you know, and the freedom to do that, you know. So yeah, God bless America.
Telling you, the people in this country are every one of them is 50 pounds overweight. They are gargantuan. And in the summertime, God help us, in the summertime, they all want to wear short pants. Jesus, Lord, protector of all that is good and holy, deliver me from fat people in short pants. They all got short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Every one of them's got two dumb-ass kids with them. And the whole family is wearing T-shirts, and every one of them's got the same T-shirt. I'm with stupid. Apparently in this country, the stupids are an extended family. And besides wearing them T-shirts, everyone in the family's got on a backpack. They got a backpack strapped to their back so they can carry around lots of stupid shit. And the reason they got to carry their stupid shit strapped to their backs is because their hands must remain free at all times to hold food. And to get that food up to the mouth where it gets shoveled in with all the rest of the disgusting shit they ate that day. And another reason for the backpacks is these people are going to buy even more stupid shit. They ain't got enough stupid shit at home. They just had a stupid shit sale. They're going to buy more. They're going to go out in the parking lot and stuff this stuff into the big, fat, ugly, oversized SUV that's got plenty of room in it. Plenty of room in it for stupid shit and lots of room left over for these big, fat, ugly motherfuckers to get them home. Stopping, of course, for jelly roll and fried dough. These people are efficient, professional, compulsive consumers. It's their civic duty. Consumption. It's the new national pastime. Fuck baseball. It's consumption. The only true, lasting American value that's left, buying things. Buying things. People spending money they don't have on things they don't need. Money they don't have on things they don't need. So they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that costs $12.50. And they didn't like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too fucking bright. But
I mean, damn, you know, he's not lying. And in this country, they seem to make it easier and easier all the time to consume, you know, whether it be food, products, whatever. everything is like, a click away, phone call away, whatever it is. But yeah, no, I mean, Grubhub and, Amazon, and I mean, you just get on the laptop or whatever, and you can have these things delivered right to you. I mean, every single thing at this point, every single thing. You don't have to leave home anymore to be a consumer. So, oh man, God bless America.
They don't have on things they don't need, so they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that costs $12.50. And they didn't like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too fucking bright. But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, and you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They say we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. And you say to them, well, we've tried all of that, and the kids still can't pass the test. They say, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now. They lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there, it's physics. Then everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word, they use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind? Someone's losing fucking ground here.
I think one of the saddest tales that I heard of personally was a kid who I knew, and I was way out of school by this time, but I've heard this story, of somebody who was close to somebody who was close to somebody. Um, they had somebody from the family who graduated as valedictorian of their school, and this was in inner city school, but this kid, everybody thought was like extremely smart because you were the top of your class. I mean, what else would you think? But this person got to college and was a below average student in college, was a C minus or whatever it was, but was definitely considered and was struggling in college, and so the thing that he says about the fact that they lowered the standard for what was considered, the top tier kids, this person who ended up going to college, thinking that, it was going to be not easy, because it's not going to be easy for anybody, I don't think, but a little easier than it would be for the kids who are not the valedictorian. And yeah, this person struggled big time, you know. So yeah, it's crazy when you think about that type of stuff. Like, damn, you know what I mean? But a lot of this stuff, I don't know how often that's happening in communities outside of the inner city, but I know in the inner city that's that was a big thing for a long time. Just trying to, I mean, in the inner city, the fucking schools are basically the pipeline for like jails and very middling jobs at best, but hey, it is what it is.
But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right.
He is not lying. He is not lying. I mean, that's why people are programmed on every level to only think a certain type of way. Not only the schools are doing this type of stuff, but media. There's a lot of outlets that are geared towards programming you to a certain frequency, so you're not critical thinking. It's crazy. It's crazy. No lies detected, George. No lies detected.
They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Man, you know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Wow, man, bars. That's all I have to say. That was Dumb Americans by George Carlin. And he hit on a lot of great points. A lot of great points. Everything he said in there is absolutely true. From the beginning to the end of it. And I really don't have to retread over what he already has thrown out there. But he did make me think of a recent thing that I saw with Rick Ross, the rapper, and he's for more than a few years has had these Wingstop businesses, and a story just came out just recently where he's being fined, and they found all these violations for how he's been running his businesses. He's just been doing a lot of like what are some of the most dastardly things that I've heard of. As far as somebody who owns any little business or whatever, but he's been having like his workers like they've been paying for their own uniforms. They have to pay for their own training. I mean, it was a lot of crazy stuff, man. I have to really go back and look up like this article because I kind of just ran across it a little bit, and didn't really get in depth into it. But a lot of these things that I was saying, it was just like, wow, wow, and that's a lot of these companies now, man. They've taken away a lot of this stuff, like he said. Pensions are going away, and overtime. I know the last job that I worked at, like for years on end, they were like, and they needed people to do overtime, but they were like stringent about like not giving people overtime. And if you found a way to stay after, and you're trying to help the company, but yeah, no, they penalize you as the worker when you're trying to help them. So um that's what these companies are doing. They like you said, they want you to they want you to be just smart enough to be able to run things, in the company, but not smart enough to really think outside of the box, and yeah, I'm an outside of the box dude, and I would never claim like I'm the smartest person in the world, you know what I mean? Like the genius of me, and there's sirens right there, so invisible shots. That's a thing on the show, You hear the sirens, you got to take an invisible shot. But no, uh like I said, man, I've never considered myself to be the smartest ever. That's not my thing, but very wise I've always been, throughout my whole life, even as a kid. And, people have tried to, when you tried to, as well for me, when I tried to be outside the box, or I am outside the box, but people want to put you back in there because you're like upsetting the natural order. You know, Again, like at my last job, the reason why I'm not there anymore is because I was upsetting the order. Because there was a lot of things that I wouldn't accept that they would make a status quo, and it just wasn't right, but I don't know, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But this was a dope. I love George Carlin. I love George Carlin because he's the thinking man's comedian. Like he's always a more than a few steps ahead of everything else and everybody else. He's playing chess, and everybody, they ain't even playing checkers. They doing something else. They playing like Connect Four or something. I don't know. But I miss George Carlin, man. I'm gonna get going. Before I do that, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the share button, hit the playlist option. You'll pick the one named Comedy Reactions. I do have a playlist where I have a lot of comedians doing their thing, little stand-up bits. You'll see all that stuff in there. So whenever you get a chance, watch all that. I do have playlists for other artists and other things. A lot of that stuff is going to be music related, but as you can see, I have some things that are not. So check through the playlist. You'll find something that you like. I'm more than certain. Cash App, $ you made Roscoe, PayPal at you made Roscoe for those who want to show their support or appreciation for the work being done on the page. Any donations are definitely welcome. I'm not going to turn it down, but I always suggest that nobody break themselves or nothing like that. Unless you're like Elon Musk or something like that, or one of these other people, the guy from Virgin who owns Virgin, who's always out in space. What's his name? Is it Richard Branson or something like that? But those people, yeah, donate. Crazy. you know. But I'm gonna get going. I will see you guys again soon, or you'll see me the next time that you click onto the video with my face in. So until that time comes, you guys be safe and be good.